What happened here? Wow.
Oh, I didn't.
Not.
I didn't take the sequence in the lower left too seriously enough. Apparently.
Oh, wow. So he made that snapback possible. I
Yep.
mean, well, it could have been a snapback.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. Exactly. So
yeah,
he
you
saved his
gotta give
group.
him something, and then it becomes
Yep.
more interesting, more challenging to win from here.
Which one should I give? I should probably just give the. Well, I have to give up the Tetris shape, right?
Yeah, you gotta give him
The four
force, so you
stones.
gotta play h8. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I never have the camera in the right position. Should be like this. How was the rule? With the rule of thirds?
Yeah, you want your eyes like in the top third of the camera,
I
so.
try, but I lean back too much. Wow. So we're both wearing black t-shirts. We're the Black Mambas today.
Yep, yep. I've got my Q class shirt on, so.
I don't know if my shirt is related to Kyordan, but anyway, you're Sentinel. So you have to do something to use those cuts like O9, O11, but you don't have to start O9, O11. You should probably just Atari N13. You have to enter the right side a little bit. It's also big for you to play
Yeah, that's.
D8, but maybe you can damage something and compensate for losing a huge chunk in the middle. Ouch. That hurt. Let me
Yeah.
check the estimator. Aha. He noticed those Ataris. Whew, it's still a close game. So let's see, if you just capture the stone, then you can jump. Ah, maybe you still win this one. You actually have a lot. If you manage to go d8, it should be okay. But right now you don't have to let him capture m14. That's too big. I mean, to save that stone.
Right, right.
Have you seen the lecture on Sabaki?
I started watching it, but I ran out of time that day, so
It's too long.
I have to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you can try to watch like 20 minutes per day or whenever you have time.
Yep, it's on YouTube,
Yeah,
and I followed the OSR channel, so whenever they post a video, I'll be able to see it now.
good. I have to put it on my channel too, but I've been very busy these days. I didn't have time to go on Taijim and win a few games. Even that I managed to uh, install the new client finally. And now no more squares, so it's good. Oh, so that's a move to destroy a few points. Actually here you can still play d8, but how about that right side? I still want to crush him here. Oh, there's an interesting plan. Try q13 to space jump.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Clanger7, for posting the OSR YouTube.
Oh, let me see there.
Cornel just did a lecture on Sabaki recently, so check it out.
Wow, many lectures they have here. Especially from Jeff. That's good. Sabaki is a good concept to have it in your bag of skills. So what to do here? He's trying a counter Suji, but I think he loses a lot on the right side.
Probably the Hane at P14
Yeah,
to
P14.
connect up
Play
the loop.
natural. It's good. It started to rain heavily here and the traffic is hell. That's why I'm late today. I couldn't drive faster than, well, you have to stop at the traffic lights.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
But I have time, so I can watch you win a couple of games. Probably this one too, I don't know. This one is still 50-50. But impressive moyas you managed to build. Now the score estimator says black leads by 4 points, but it doesn't give you any points on the left side around d10. And it's also clear what happens
Oh,
on the
okay.
right. So, oh, interesting move. Tari pop pop. Which move first? Oh,
My instinct says to connect to Q14 first.
my 7 down friend is ringing. Hang on a second. P.
Mm-hmm.
Q14? No, you should start Atari P12.
Yeah.
And then when he goes out, you play Atari O14. And when he connects, you can cut him O9. And then he has to give you 2 stones in the center.
Now, you said O14?
O14, yeah. It doesn't work to play the other way. And when he connects, you cut him, O9. So he has to
Gotcha.
give you 2 stones or a nice group. Or maybe he just gives you these 2. But then he's in trouble on the right side. So you're coming back a lot with this sequence. And if you protect D8 or C8, actually D8 works fine. It's all good. If he answers here, you capture P10 and that's a disaster for black.
Mm-hmm.
But wait a second. If he goes Q12, I wonder if you can connect in center. Huh. Maybe it's good to play Q14 and then he captures 1 stone and you kill the entire top group. But you can also capture the 2 stones. Let him have, but no, it's good to play Q14. It's bigger. I think he will answer on the right side. Yeah, save that stone. Otherwise he dies with everything.
Q14?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because next when you go S13 he just dies. Or you can go Q15 and then S13. So he will play something on the right, like R12 to save that group. And then you capture the 2 stones. And you can capture them by playing Nobi. Well, take is good too. No more Raji. So no pips, no other forcing moves. So let's see the score now. Black got tricked a little bit. All of a sudden white wins by 42. From black +4. Phew. Yeah, he had to answer. So now take the stones in the middle. Because if you capture those stones in the middle, he might play another move on the right. Q12. Otherwise you connect and then you have Atari and so on. Which gives you center to block the left side. For him something like C7 is big now. To damage a little bit on the left. So that's a lucky comeback, more or less. Oh, he wants these stones? Hang on a second. Don't answer this, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 14, about 15 points. Better connect Q12, and then you can push, Atari, and all those moves in center. I remember a proverb saying that if you have less than 15 stones in Atari, you can consider Tenuki. And here you had only 6 stones in Atari. So you have to Tenuki. Or maybe it was something like if you have 15 stones in Atari. So 30 points, yeah. It's no big deal for him to capture those. I mean for you. It's like 12 points. Good, take them. So now push R13.
Oh, that way, okay.
Well, it would work even without a push. Now Atari, or Atari. Just Atari R11. Yeah, sometimes one stone is extremely important. And sometimes you just donate 20 stones and you're still okay. Like in that game I sent long, maybe it was last week or probably, I don't know, some days ago, where I lost that 30 stones group and still won the game. I don't know if you got that one.
I think so. Yeah.
So here you can throw in an Atari or you just connect Q11. Maybe if you throw in, he will cut Q11 and give you the stones. But I doubt actually he will answer. But anyway, it's good style to play Q11. So you're threatening snapback.
Gotcha.
People around this level, they miss snapbacks.
Yeah, I miss them sometimes too.
So now you're a solid 7Q. That's good. You're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
No more
Yep,
falling
for
back
sure.
to 8Q. Or 9. 8 and a
Well,
half.
I did lose a couple games today,
Uh-huh.
but
It's
it's
good, it's
fine. It's
7Q.
fine.
So here, before you block on the right side, you should just turn 015. Like that you destroy the eye instantly. And if he doesn't pay attention, you have Atari Q15 and cut. So you don't have to play Q15 and Atari 015. Play 015 right away. It's a common principle not to play 1, 2, and 3. You play 3 right away.
Okay.
Ha! Wait a moment. Atari, Puck. Nice. So now it works to play Q15. Let him cut. He will feel good about that, but then everything dies. Well, those 6 stones were not important anymore. The ones that he captured at age 9. Because they are just stones. It's like he plays a monkey jump, he destroys 8 points, and then he plays another monkey jump. Oh, good. Now you can cut him, R15. Everything will die inside. Look how many stones he gives you for those 6. And if he connects here, you can just cover S11. You have time to connect, you don't need to fight the call.
Okay.
Because he needs to play S14. And then you can go down, or you can... If you need to win that semi, you also have Atari at M15, and when he connects, you cut everything. So you have like a backup connection when you go M15. And if he plays M15, that's almost one eye for him, so it's nothing. So his giant Moy on the right side got minus, became white.
Wow.
Just S11. He can't win the semi. He has 4 liberties. You have, luckily
okay.
you have
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he can cover at 016. So you actually have less. So now maybe he will play something on the left side or resign. Let's check the score now. Whoa. White leads by 74. So far you're okay. When we're in the range of 100 points, it becomes dangerous. Just push once. S10.
Okay. It seems like a natural move.
And then clamp S8. I want to see if he's greedy and goes down. And that gives you more. He still can win the semi. Because he needs to play N16, which you can push. He blocks, then he has 4 on that group, 4 on the right side, and you still have 4 with your group. And if he goes 016, you just Atari M16. And that's a shortage of liberties or Dame Tsumari. Atari under ones. So you end up this sequence in Sente. That's a nice way to kill his Moyo. And then you have time to protect the left side. So d8 is the move here.
I see.
You took like three times more than he had. He broke around f6 and g8. It was a good compensation. A little bit lucky, but
Mm-hmm.
interesting sequence to use those cutting points.
For sure. Yeah, I wouldn't have seen that 2-space jump from the start
oh
of it,
yeah, that
and
move
how
at
it worked with
Q13,
everything else. Yeah.
it was almost a bluff. It's the kind of move you play, when you're a little bit behind or on tilt and you try to come back. And now you have to kill this stone. Let's see the candidate moves.
Attachment on top, I think, helps black.
A little bit, but he
cap
doesn't have too much space. I think it works here.
Okay.
It keeps him separated from the middle, and even if he goes c11 or c13, you just block one way or the other, and he doesn't have enough room.
So block
Yeah,
C10 then?
He will push Atari and Hane, and then he dies inside. You're pretty strong there, but you just have to make sure he doesn't connect to f10. And if he plays from the inside, just block. And he lets you cover around e11, he just gives you more points. He could simply push e11, e12, and reduce. But like that, this is the kind of sequence that it's called Muchikomi. Like he's losing all the pieces inside your territory without compensation. And here when he goes Atari, you can surprise him with a move. I think he'll play Atari d13. But he can also play b14 Keima. Anyway, nothing works. Too little space. Maybe he can make one eye. But if he goes d13, how can you keep him without a base? Or shrink his eye space, yeah. You don't have to answer this Atari. Yeah, he played that.
Yeah, I can play C13 and squeeze, right?
Just
Or
c14.
no?
Don't play Atari. Just go down.
Okay.
Because if you answer this Atari, he will go c14. And then maybe try a ko. But actually he's still dying. And when he captures a stone, you go out. And you can actually false that eye.
Okay.
Yeah, like this he gives you even more territory. You simply get ahead. f11.
Gotcha.
And then maybe he'll play e14. And you have to false those eyes. Not a bad move. Here you don't have to be greedy. So just turn.
Okay. Gotcha.
Probably you can build a few more points when you play g12, but it's also a little more dangerous. And no need. He already gave you some extra points playing inside and dying bigger. Oh, nice try. Okay, but this one you gotta punish.
I can just turn again at G12, right? Yep.
Then cut. So he gave you 2 more stones. Where is big to play next? If you take center. In the middle right or the bottom.
Yeah, I was looking at the middle right and taking away more potential from black. Maybe somewhere around like.
Oh, here you need
P5
to pay attention. He has Atari. He goes out or clamp.
I think I can just take the stone though, right?
The one in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise he goes Atari, Atari. But wait a second, so those Ataris are not a big problem. I think it's good style to play B11 because he's looking at some clamp at B8, then he wants to squeeze, and after he squeezes he will block C13. So just
Okay.
take the stone. And even if he plays the squeeze, that gives you more points. And then when he goes C13, you just descend at B14. So it's only one eye. And if he
Gotcha.
connects here, you go out F13. That's Argiless. So you find this player tougher than 8-9Q?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't on Monday. Monday I was like beating 6Qs pretty
Oh,
easily,
really?
but today I'm having a little more trouble with everyone. So
You're playing?
some days are just like that. I'm a little stronger than other days.
Yeah, we all have those days. So F13 here. Don't let him capture
Yep.
that. Yesterday evening we had a team championship match here on IGS against Serbia,
nice.
and we managed to win 3-1. The guy on the first board won by half a point, our team. I won by resignation on the second board. That was an intense game. I tried to mimic some bot style with that large Shimari. So here there's a move to try to separate him. It's one of the jumps, M or N6, which one works. It's easy to read that out actually. And now with this win we have a chance to be in top 4, so we will probably play the final just before EGC, which is big.
It's got to be M6.
M6, yeah. So when he pushes, you cut O6 and you take B7.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 5-move sequence to read. And if he goes N6, you just connect M7 and he needs another move to block that area. And then you should push under at N2 and reduce some points.
Okay.
Yeah, I will play EGC and probably also play the second week. Now here we have an interesting variation. You can clamp L2, then he'll probably go down.
Yep.
And then you can jump. Oh, actually, yeah, it's good. You can jump L4. Well, these days it's good to play the first week because that's when the European Championship is played. Oh, I had an illusion here. Totally. we had to start with L5 to see if he blocks or he no B, and then just play Hane under at M1.
Oh, okay.
So this was just minus, but we can afford that. You're miles ahead. Yeah, for some reason I thought he would just play M3 and then he push again and then Atari and take those stones on the outside. My bad. We donated a couple of points. Actually, I did. S7, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Originally, I wanted to play L5, the wedge, because then if he goes Atari L4, you have Atari on the right, N5, and then you capture O6. So he has to no B. And then you play Hane under M1, he has to no B, and then you connect the stone L6, and he has to block. So there's like 4 or 5 points reducing. But playing from the inside, this was just minus for white. So we actually gave him 4 or 5 points. It's exactly the Muchikomi I was talking about on the left side, where he invaded and he died inside. We did the same thing, but on a smaller scale. And it doesn't matter because you're still 70 or I don't know, 100 points ahead. Only 92. It's okay. Big enough. So he answered that. Okay.
I'm looking at the R7 push, but I don't think it really does anything.
R7. No, it doesn't do much, and you remove your own liberties, and then it can be dangerous.
Right.
Now the biggest.
So maybe
Yeah, E2. Huh?
E2
Mhm.
clamp?
Yeah. Well, playing both weeks and on the EGC, it's nice because you can play the rapid tournament and other side events that are taking the whole 2 weeks. D1 here.
Yeah. Okay.
This is good style to capture because sometimes when you play D1, you can go F1 in center. Here it's not the case. And then you can even start a call if he blocks. But this time it doesn't work because he has G3. Can you do something in the top? Like throw in?
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
Oh, hey. Well, I didn't come too early either. So we'll still be here for a while. Don't worry.
I keep looking at playing at F19, but I don't think that works at all.
F19. No, it doesn't do much.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you can throw in, but it still doesn't work. Yeah, you better don't play anything. But if he pushes E16 and then he plays D19, he can cut you C17. But then he also has a problem at F19 and jump. Oh, don't die. Q2 you have to play.
Yep.
And now maybe he'll try S2 desperately. Yeah, this combination L2, L4, such a minus. Don't do that in the future. I misread it completely. I was so sure he will panic and play M3, connect solid. And then it works. Then you can play L5, he cuts, and then you have Atari, and you can take a few stones. That was my hallucination. It's pretty good, you're 90 points solid ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So we can lose a bunch and still win big.
Yeah, that's something I really need to learn, like how to let go of the J6 group and seek out something else that's bigger.
Yeah, because if he answers to your move like Q12, you play it in center, you destroy a few more points, or you save that guy and you save a couple of points, and then you have time to go back. Because if you just answer by reflex to this Atari, here you should leave with S2.
Okay.
Like he plays Atari, and when you answer,
No, Daniel.
oh no, this is
Sorry.
fine. It works actually
Okay.
because you have many of liberties. This is good.
Yeah.
In fact, you didn't even have to answer.
Yeah,
because
I think I have
it's
enough
still
liberty.
an L with it's quite long. You're okay. It's not the kind of situation where he plays T2, you block, he will push at O1 and then you enter in damage Sumari. And anyway, when you block T3, you can take a stone, then Atari S6, and when he connects, I mean he captures, you go Atari T7. So it's a damage Sumari. Actually, you could play T3 directly. And maybe he goes for the vital point at S2, and you take the stone, cut, and play Atari from the outside. And then you don't have to play many times inside to capture the dead stones. Just block. It's nice. This guy is 90 points behind, and he plays 1 point moves like it's an even game. He really wants to count this. You're exactly 90 ahead. So now the goal is to win by over 100. Play Atari T3. Maybe he doesn't answer. Maybe he does. So nothing to do here. Dun, 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 dun. Not much. Then you should go D7 so he doesn't push in center.
Oh, okay.
That's 2 points. It's Gote, but
Gotcha.
you prevent his center. It's better than playing N8, which is also 2 points, but it's Gote for both. If you connect, he doesn't care, and if he takes the stone, you don't care. This one,
Yep.
yeah.
I was looking at the Atari first at D18.
D19 Atari? Don't
Yeah.
play that Atari, just play E16. But let's see here. He can throw in and this and... I think you should get rid of the Ag and play M15. Because if he connects there, then you gotta play inside 4 times to capture one of the groups. Like this, you play once.
Okay.
And if you need, probably you play another time. But it's only 2 moves, not 4. That's a Semedori. When you play inside, then you remove the dead groups. But instead of playing Atari, you better play E16. And if he takes D19 to gain 1 more point, you go inside F19 and H19. And then you make a Seki and you destroy all those 8 points. So with E16, maybe you can induce a little mistake. This one, if he pushes again, it's 1 point. So don't answer, play E16. E16, it's actually 2 points. Because if he pushes, you gotta defend at C17 also. Now you don't. When he cuts, you just have the Atari at B17 and B16. But if that liberty is taken at E16, you cannot Atari B17, because he will go out with Atari. So now he needs to play G19 or something, or nothing, and then you can destroy another point. Here only T18. T8, sorry.
Yep.
In fact, you don't have to play inside. Only when he connects N16, you go Atari M16. Okay. Push once it's sent L6. Atari E1 destroys 1 point. Push P1 destroys 1 point. Oh no, not like this. Like this he cuts. You should just L6. Okay, that's minus 2 points. Yeah. All right, you can afford that. It's fine. Now, yeah, and N9.
Terp.
Take the 2 points move.
Oh, okay.
Because then, when you play N7, let's see how the Agi works. Pock. It doesn't. But we can give him a little scare. Yeah, E1 and P1 are the moves. He can play E1 first, because then when he captures the ko, he destroys another point. You have to answer, and then push P1, and you have to answer that too. Good order. Answer this. I want to see him play D19, but that's empty triangle and he's bad. So he'll probably reject. Yeah, block. Hey, Nuddlers. You're late. You almost die all over the board. But in fact, not. Good evening. So, that's a neutral point. Play this neutral point at N7. I want to see if he plays inside or not. Probably not. But never know. Okay. Tuck. You have many threats now. You can play L3, then you cut him N5, then you connect, and you cut him again, threatening a snapback at B4. Lots of ko threats here, but we also need a ko to make it happen. Yeah, so in the middle with M15, you actually played only 1 stone inside, not 4. That's good. Saved a few points. So in the top, let's see if we can make him play another move inside. Atari. Oh, we can try something. Welcome. I hope you liked it. Try H18. I want to see how he reacts. Yeah, age 18.
Okay.
Yeah, his Moyo exploded. After White's Moyo got diminished a lot. So here, if you throw in, he takes. If you Atari, he connects. Ah, we can destroy a few points. So hang on, if you Hane, he plays that move. Ah yeah, start from the throw-in, E18. If he answers all those moves, and Atari again, then you just Hane, G19, and he's in trouble. Well, he can still make a Seki, but then he loses all the points. Or he has to leave and give you a couple of points. When you play Atari, he doesn't have time to answer. The Moyo just went boom on the right side. Well, on the left side too. Half of the Moyo died for white, but more than half for black. How many stones you lost? You lost 4 and then another 6, right? 10 stones. And he gave you those 3, no. First, he gave you the group around B17. And that's pretty big. 13 stones there. Now Atari, D19. And he doesn't have time to answer this. He has to play H19. And you can capture a stone instead. And if he connects, you just play G19. And then he has to go J19 and you connect and it's a Seki. He saw. But you see he played inside, so now he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. And you take a stone, but you also gave a stone. So you managed to win something like 2 or 3 points on this sequence. When it's a half-point game, this is important. You can win a game in the last few moves. And now you can just connect the ko. Nothing left. Well, here it's a 90 points game, so it didn't really do much. But it's good to know that kind of play, or to look for it. If you just play Atari and he connects, then he builds 8 points. Atari here, you need to stay connected. I wonder what happens if he removes his liberties here. But hard to find a way to trick him. So Atari, push. It doesn't work. Nothing works. So just pass. You have 2 more liberties. So when he goes Atari O16, you take. And if he goes N16, you have time to Atari M16.
Okay.
So it's fine. He wants to play all the neutral points. Alright. Play D6 also. Is this ente? Tak.
I don't think so.
Yeah. You can pass again. In the beginning, when you play D10, that's a little slack. You have all your moves on the left side. Instead of D10, you should attack R6. That's like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 10th move of the game.
Okay.
So you finish the Joseki, he went J3, and then you're sentenced. So you can already play R6 or something on the right side to prevent his Moyo. So that's how the game became a huge Moyo.
Yeah.
Oh, and you played both
definitely...
Sun evasions. Ah, okay. And another thing, when you play G4, you actually have to play H4. He connects at H3, or he blocks under, and then you continue with F4. Those are the 2 forcey moves. So you can connect to E4. Like this is a little heavy when you play G4 and H4.
Gotcha.
I just replay from the beginning to see how you managed to... Wow, 91.5. Impressive. To make those big moyos left and right. Good. And if you try that Sansan invasion early, you don't have to finish the Joseki with Hanen connected S4, S3, or S16, S17. Let's start another game. And if your opponent plays Hoshi, you can try those Sansan early invasions, but you gotta play them like AlphaGo without the Hanen connection on the second line. I'm a European 6 dan. I can probably be 7 dan. If I play well at EGC, I'll get there. I think right now my rating is somewhere around 2613 or something like that. It dropped a little bit from 2635. And in order to become a 7 dan in Europe, you need to be 2651 or above 2650. Actually, the range goes from 2650 to 2750. Then you're a 7 dan.
Yes, Apple. My teacher's very, very strong. The game changed completely once he hopped on stream. So thank you for the game. Thank you for taking a lesson with me.
All right.
Probably the VOD will be helpful to you too as well if you check it out. So that should be fun. And I think I'll just play the upper right 4/4.
So yeah, you can toggle coordinates. So you're playing white, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, just play to Hoshi, it's fine. Let's see if he plays any of the early Sansan invasions. I think he's going for the Kobayashi Fuseki. Japanese players like that. So anyway, answer calm, R6.
Yep.
He'll probably extend K4 or L4. Or maybe not. But you don't always have to block Sansan. So in this position, because when you block Sansan R3, he will go L3 or maybe M4. And if you let him play Sansan, you will extend on the right side at R9. So it's fine. And then there's a big gap on the bottom between D3 and O3, so it's much easier for you to invade. And right now you can attack his left side, like D5 or C5.
Okay.
Try one of those.
Yep. I was about to play D5, so.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that exists. GoRatings.org. Ooh, Park Chung-hwang is number 1 now, and KGA number 2. So they switch rank here. Well, you can follow my rank on EGD, European Go database. Now, against this pincer, usually you gotta go Ogema G4. And sometimes you can try fancy moves like C10, but G4 is the most common. So it's probably good to learn the most common Josekis first. Especially these ones against 3-4. They are... Yeah, in a couple of days I will be in Hamburg, so we'll probably ask Lee Chang-ho to sign the fan. I think this is Lee Chang-ho's fan. I got this in Korea, and they told me this is Lee Chang-ho's signature. So,
awesome.
Thank you. I'll bring it with me to get the signature on the back. So now E6. He played well. He has to try to separate here.
E6, okay. I don't actually know the 2-space highs at all. So for the pincers on the 3-4.
Yeah, I should ask some Koreans first if that's really Lee Chang-ho, and then go to him. Anyway, I'll just show him the back of the fan. I don't know if Lee Chang-ho will be at EGC, but he will be in Hamburg for a couple of days this coming weekend. So he has to go F5. You were saying?
Oh, I don't know the 2-space highs very well.
Oh, okay,
that's all I was saying.
Well, when they play this pincer, huh? D8.
Right.
Well, you learn a few Josekis. And this is probably the first one, but maybe he also doesn't know. So now you have two options. You can go D4 or you can go C3 right away. But just play the bump. That's the shape point. Okay. And then he has to make the table shape, F3. And wow, he played this one. This is an old style Joseki. And probably he's going for a tricky variation, but I don't think we will fall in the trap. I know it. So just block c3.
Okay.
Let me see if I find the Kido Cup invitation. One of the biggest tournaments in Europe, this Kido Cup. Oh, he plays this way. Now you can Atari d2. This is
Okay.
a really old variation. If you check the dictionary, they say that probably it used to be played like 300 years ago. Nobody plays nowadays. Maybe this
Okay.
guy has a grandpa and he gave him his Kifu from the ancient times. C6 here. That's a good shape. And let him have the stone in the corner.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then when he goes c2, you play Atari b2. He takes the stone. Oh, he doesn't play that. Anyway, go out. Don't let him Atari. It feels too good. And it's nice to keep him separated. Then you can put pressure on that d8. Play one Atari here. b2. And then you have Miai between playing b8 and connecting at b4.
Okay.
And now you can play m3 or n3. Let's try n3. Yeah, that sucks. I think I'm number 9 according to ranking. So I will probably play the other tournament, the main event, not the top 8 group, the super group. But maybe it's better to play in the other event, so I don't have to finish 8 in the super group and lose all the games against the pros. We'll see. Maybe. Never know. Ooh, what a move. This one is related to some ladders. So you can go up, but actually there are several variations. You can play n4 and then check if it works to cut m2 or o2. Well, if you cut o2, he will take the stone, then you go m2, he captures, then Atari, then we can ladder him, and then we gotta see if the ladder works, and it seems okay.
Okay.
So just go up.
I see.
And if you go m2, he will take a stone. Oh, he doesn't. He plays strange. Very strange. Now just o2. And if he pulls back, you play m2. And he's in trouble everywhere. He made me read the ladder. And then he played a totally unpredictable move. He wants a big bottom side. So how to react?
My first instinct is p3.
It's good. Yeah, it's a tough tournament too. But still, not so many pros. 7 dan, 8 dan I can beat. Take the stone or Hane.
Oh,
Yeah,
I just
it's good.
took it
It's fine.
without thinking.
It's fine. It's good. It's less Saji. It's better to take it like this.
Yeah.
And if he goes R3, how you kill that corner without a ko? It's nice how his Q2 died. Because if you think about the normal Joseki, you just answer R3. He tries this one. And then he pulls back to M4. He still got to play M4, but now he gave you all the corner. Or most of it. So
yeah, I can just play R3. Yeah.
let's see. I think if you play R3, he doesn't cut you. He will go R5. And then you have to block, and then he Hane again. Let's see if we can kill him by playing R5. And if he goes down, oh yeah, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Well, maybe it does. Wait. But it can be a ko. That's a problem. No, it's not a problem. Play S2. It can be a little problem. He can play P2 and then threaten O1 in center. But like this, he'll die. Because now you just play S5.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, I'm not sure if Tanguy will be in the tournament. When we met in Berlin at the Grand Slam, he said he's registered for Kido Cup, but he might skip it, so we'll see.
I'll keep
Just,
these
just
disconnected.
Nobi, no? Yeah.
Yep.
So I might play the top 8 or the other tournament. No idea. Well, let's see. Let's look all over the board. So he has a nice bottom.
Approaching the top left looks good.
Yeah, you can do that. Just F17.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even check the list of registered players here. The chat is making me curious. Who's playing in the tournament? Alright, so several options here. You can go Sansan, you can slide, you can extend directly to J16 or K16. So,
Yeah, I was looking at J16 directly.
alright, you can choose whatever you feel it suits your style. Okay, what to do now?
I could do a one space high pincer.
No need to play a one space
Since
high,
I've-
but you can play just R12. But if you wanna
Okay.
play something fancy, you can try that. I think it works in this position.
Okay.
Because you're very strong on the right at R6, so and maybe he will
Right.
panic somehow and jump directly in Sansan, and then when you block you make a tremendous wall. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, many strong players here. I just
So
noticed. Now block Q17 because you want to play a Moyo in the top. And the Joseki goes like this. He plays R16, then you go Q15, then he connects. Sorry, he goes down R18, then you push again Q14, then you. Oh no, he played wrong. He has to play this one when you have a stone at R12 because R12 is threatening S15, but Q12 doesn't have that target. So just connect Q14. Hang on a second.
Sure.
So more light now. Just block. The only move here. Now what to do?
The clamp does things.
Yeah. It's good to protect
So
those
I
17. Because the invasion will be more difficult for him if he tries L17. Oh, he tries L16. So let's see if you can kill this. How to use the wall in this case.
I should knight's move to K14
Yeah,
and
that's
drive
nice.
black to the
That's
wall.
good. Push him towards the wall.
Can I cut this?
Let's see if you cut with M15. Yeah, it works.
Okay.
His ladders are not really working. And actually, even if he tries a ladder, you can go Atari M13, let him have a stone, and then it's only one eye. It's good to cut Keima at the waist. As the proverb says. I think on the left side you have to play something soon. Like D12 or C12.
That makes sense.
I like D12. Feels like a handicap style play. where you just try to confuse your opponent. But anyway, cut where you can cut. That's the move. Smart. So just block. H17.
Oh, okay.
No need to cut to make it too complicated.
Right.
And then you can, well, you can make it a little complicated. Just go down, H18, descend to keep the pressure. And now he'll play N15, and then we have to think a little bit. Or he does that. Now we have two options. One, it's Atari G16, the other one is just Nobi. I think it's good to play one Atari and then J15.
Oh, okay.
Because then he's kind of committed with
So-
those two stones. He has to turn or something. And then you can push M16 and block. So he cannot win any semi either. But probably J15 directly would be a fine option too.
Yeah, that was kind of my first instinct, but I see how Atariing is better in this
It's
situation.
hard to say if he's better, but look, he went out and now he's better. There was Aji at J15. But now if he doesn't do anything, you just net him with G14. So he has to turn or something. And anyway, that's painful for him. Probably you don't even have to answer. Or just slide in the corner. But this variation, it's a little bit more risky. Or maybe he Nobis again, H14. And then you can slide D18 or push M16 and make sure he doesn't have too many liberties with that group. You gotta keep that Moyo. Unlike the other game where it got crashed.
Oh, my opponent's coming up with a master plan. I don't know.
He's trying something, huh?
Yeah, perhaps.
This guy is thinking, or maybe he's playing in a club or somewhere. I notice many Q players here have thousands and thousands of games. Even if they are 15Q.
Yeah, I know. When I was playing, like, probably 13Q, and I would meet an opponent who was 13Q with 30,000 games, I would get so frustrated. I was like, how do you play 30,000 games
Yeah.
and
Takes-
still end up at
takes a
30Q
lifetime.
or 15Q? Yeah.
You have to save that stone.
Yep.
So push once at N15, and if you Hane, then you make nice shape at M17. The table shape. Whoa. Interesting move. So if you double Atari, he goes out, you take the stones, he cuts you, then you save the other two. You should double Atari here. If he gives you Bonuki, that's
okay.
too nice. I think he'll give you the two stones, and then he hopes when he cuts, you will die. But you can just go out with empty triangle. Yeah. So take those two. Looks nice. No more Aji there. And you became much stronger, so it's easy to invade the left side. D12, C17, anything. And here you should probably go out with empty triangle. L13.
Okay.
It's also good shape to play K12, but then he pushes Atari, 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 and then he makes a big center. So like this, even if this shape is ugly, you don't give him so many forcey moves.
Gotcha.
But well, he can still try no Sesuji L12 and push. Anyway, this feels safer. Go out and make liberties. He might try to catch you with M12 and then you keep pushing out. And those 5 stones in the top
Okay.
will die for sure. And then maybe some other stones will die in the middle. In the process. Ah, he knows Tetsuji. Good. Turn. Right. And he might push again. So he gives you 2 more stones. He gives you 3 more stones. Now just turn M12.
Okay.
Or if you like, you can Hane first. K12 and then Atari. But I don't feel like removing the liberties for those 4 stones, so
Yeah.
just turn, and then the idea is to go O12 and kill those. Ah, nice idea. So push O15.
Okay.
If you want space jump, he still has some forcing moves.
This doesn't work.
Yeah,
does
just
it?
play P14.
Okay.
So he might squeeze, but then he still dies inside, and those 3 stones are captured too.
Okay.
Actually, he should keep the squeeze as co-threats.
Yeah.
Probably he resigned. He collapsed too fast. After he played 300 years ago Joseki, he didn't do anything. Well, in this lower right corner, there is still some magi. When he goes P2 and you play something like O1 or P1, then he can play Q1 and then he can go S1. And then when you go down, well,
Do I bother cutting those?
you can take them either with O12 or Atari Atari or Hane. Take them so you don't have problems with that group in the middle. You can just play M13. Nice. And push once at M11 so he doesn't play.
Right.
No more Moya.
And just wanted to thank the couple people who have followed during our lesson.
Oh, that's
Always
nice.
appreciate the follows. If you like this content, you can continue to support by donating bits or donating, or if you would like lessons from Cornel, he's available on Twitch at CornelGo or IGS and KGS
very
as
much.
Cornel. So
yeah, you can read my info on KGS. That's an easier way to find out some information about the lessons, prizes, and such. Or just send me an email. How to kill this stone?
I can ladder it.
Or
Or
net,
no,
huh?
I don't have to. It's just a net. Yeah, a net is better. Just P6.
Next week I should probably have time on Thursday evening to play a few games on on TiGem and stream in the same time.
Nice.
It's been a while. I tried to do it on Sunday, but no way. Too busy. with preparing the lecture for OSR and playing some games. I still didn't play enough rated games recently, I feel. Oh, lots of bits. Nice.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Eric. I really appreciate it.
So, just connect,
Just
yeah.
connect.
Actually, you
Yep.
could give him that stone. So wait a second, if you Hane, then Atari, Atari, Atari. Ah, this is a bit tricky. You should just play N2. If he goes O1,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if he plays O1 and you block, he goes Atari, you take, he goes Atari, and when you connect Atari again, and then his cut at Q5 will come into play. So he can go S1 and set up a call. When he plays S1, you go R1, he plays T2, you take the stone at T1.
Okay.
But he gave so much in the top that it doesn't matter. You can even let him leave. You can let him play 2 times in this lower right corner. But I think you should invade D12 just to see how he fights there. And then maybe build a lot in that area. You will separate the groups on the left, so his D14 will suffer, his D10 also. But probably you don't have a chance because he resigns soon. Or maybe he just lets the time run out. Okay. Take those stones. Just capture. No RG, nothing.
Yep.
It's good. No more Ataris in that area. Alright, wait a second. Invade the left.
Okay.
On the right side, you can play moves like R12 and S13 and so on, but you better use them as co-threats. Oh, that's an interesting turn. Just go out. Keep him separated all the times. Maybe pretty soon you can activate his G4 and jump around K4, and then you can cut him M5, so he will play something like Keima or Kosumi. But let's see how this fight develops on the left. So just turn F9. Or it's probably enough to cut M5. Turn again. So now you gotta punish him on the left.
Yep.
E11 pip, it's interesting to make him heavy.
Oh, okay.
And then jump on the second line, B12. Because with B12, you try to prevent his C12, first of all. And then you can jump towards the corner at C15, or you can jump in the other direction, C9 or B10. Anyway, it's good to keep him separated. Wow.
Thanks for the bits, Night Forest.
Lots of cheering.
Yeah.
So just connect.
Yep.
And he's still in trouble. You can go C17, you can go C15. It's bad for black to be separated like this. Answer his kinda, yeah. And now block him F12, then go out. You're driving him into the wall, into that thickness in the top. Turn again. It feels like this guy is beating himself. Just Nobi, F13. So this D12 invasion worked better than expected. He could attach on top at E12, and then when he cuts, You take a Ponuki and he can connect under. But probably you wouldn't take Ponuki. You can still go down at B12 and try to live under. Nobi again, F14. So now you can kill the left side in several ways. You can jump C17, or you can jump... wait a second. Keep going out. Yeah, H11.
Oh, okay.
And push again. I will watch you kill one of these groups. Then I go have dinner quick. Because I gotta be on
Okay.
KJS shortly.
Oh,
So you'll kill the guy from here.
Yeah, I think I can manage this one.
But I'll watch it in this fight to make sure. But it's hard to fail, huh? Yeah, keep pushing. I think he can try a desperate sequence with D6 and Atari and so on. But now when you turn and you cut, you're actually threatening those two stones in the middle. Yeah, you can push J12 and cut him. Yes, I do. But I was not active in the last month at all. And we'll probably restart from Thursday next week. Because I fly back from Hamburg on Tuesday evening. And then on Wednesday we can meet again here with Daniel to kill some 6 Qs, let's hope. And on Thursday we can kill some 5 downs on Taijam. I still have to work my way up with that account. I didn't play any game since then. I think it's 25-0 now, or something like that. Yeah. Perfect, thank you very much. So Thursday evening I should be online maybe around this time, even earlier than that. 6:30 my time is good to start. So that's like 3:30 p.m. GMT.
Okay.
And the usual time on Wednesday will be probably good. Actually 6:15, 6:20 it's even safer. So I can go play the ping pong, lose some games. It gives some oxygen. So this guy will try now D6, or actually he will cut you C4. Because if you connect to C4, it works to play Atari, Atari, Atari. But you don't connect to C4. You just take those stones in the middle at K11.
Oh, okay.
If you connect when he's C4, he will play the squeeze. D6, C7, and you just die like in the other game with those stones in the middle. You don't want to fall into that trap again. Anyway, he can try C7, then you connect, and then he plays something like C9. But that doesn't guarantee life. Because you can go B8 and B10, and then Farsi Zai at C10. And the top left will die also. When you play C17, it's difficult for him to make twice. I guess when you play C17, he'll push once at D17, but then you can Kosumi B16. So with B16, you're threatening to connect under at B14, or Han at D18 and make enough space to leave. And then once you leave in the corner, he just remains with the group on the outside, staring at your alive group. So, yeah, it's game over. I guess he resigns shortly. So good luck with the next games, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds great. Thank you so much for the lesson.
Thank you too.
Yep.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. And just to reiterate, everybody, make sure you support Cornel in the various places he's online. And again, his lessons are very reasonable and very, very valuable. So absolutely give Cornel some love. And if you love this content on my stream, again, I appreciate the bits, the donations, the whatever. Join the Discord, say you enjoyed the content. That would be fantastic as well.